This is the story of the greatest music talent to ever walk through the Big Brother Naija house. The most unsuspecting superstar came onto the scene with a jacket lit up with literal light, warmed himself into the heart of millions with his wittiness and brilliance, and an insane level of talent. Created a wave never seen before in the history of the franchise, shattered records, and by the end of the show one thing was clear as day: a new star has been born. Expectations were so high and the music artist and BB Naija curse looked poised to be broken, but somehow it was not. What happened? Agbala Shibioba Laycon, who of course everyone knows as Laycon, remains one of the greatest if not the greatest stories out of the reality TV show, Big Brother Naija. While the whole world was on lockdown in 2020, Nigerians were in their homes anticipating the launch of the 5th season of the Big Brother Naija show, hoping that the show would keep them glued to their screens and save them from the boredom the lockdown had caused. The show began as usual and one man walked in as the 19th candidate with a jacket fully accustomed with light bulbs. The lights from these bulbs shined so bright that it got everyone talking on different social media platforms. Negatively, we should add. He was called Raz. People questioned what was someone like that doing on a platform like this. "This boy looks like he'll be smoking loud inside the house," they said. What would later shine brighter than the lights from his jacket was Laycon himself. From an underdog that same night, he won the hearts of many with the intellectual conversation he had with other housemates on the opening night. From that night onwards, everything changed for him. Laycon, whose plan was to come into the Big Brother house and stay for 2 weeks and in that time promote his EP Who is Laycon, which he had just released a few weeks before the show began, became the talk of the town. It was evident that he was genuinely talented, and had more mainstream appeal than most of the other music talents that have come out of the Big Brother show. People of different ages, sizes, and pedigree wanted to see him win. Celebrities were rooting for him. The Icons, arguably one of the biggest fan base the Big Brother Naija show has seen so far, he had a whole army backing him. At the same time, his EP was getting a lot of attention outside the house. He scored a hit with one of the tracks from the 8 tracks EP. Fierce, a track which featured 2 other rap giants, Chinko Ikun and Reminisce, becoming the first hit song by a housemate ever. This young man with the jacket of light would go on to be the show winner, scoring 60% of the total votes, an unprecedented number and one of the highest winning percentages ever. There was really no competition, he was the chosen one. Upon coming out of the house, the support grew even stronger. He was destined to do what every other music act who came out of Big Brother Naija could not do, which is becoming a mainstream superstar in the music industry. He is talented, he had the support of a lot of people, and while on the show he had made for himself some friends in the industry. It was supposed to be a walk in the park. The start to life after the Big Brother show was great for Laycon. He was immediately featured on the remix of DJ Neptune's smash hit Nobody, a remix which was termed Icons Remix, a song he recorded 2 days after the show ended. This was an instant hit, and by all indications, the music industry just got itself its first BBN superstar. This was followed quickly by another feature on the remix of Mr. Real's hit Baba Fella, which did amazingly well as well. With all these promises, possibilities and opportunities at his feet, what went wrong? It's been a visible and gradual downward spiral since then. Laycon was signed to a record label before he went into the BB Naija house. His management also managed his accounts, PR, and several other things that had to do with his stay in the house. One thing didn't change: his management. The young man that went into the house unknown is now coming out of the house as a national symbol, a reality show superstar and a potential music superstar. What the people around him don't understand is that the person that was signed was not the same person that came out. The music business requires professional heads who are skilled and trained in this particular field and who understands the music world and how it works. Music artists that have Laycon type of followership will have to build it for years, building relationships and making industry acquaintances over time. But here we have Fierce Nation, an unknown label with no strong industry affiliation trying to juggle music business and being a reality star. The numbers, the support, the fans were so much. This is the biggest reality star in the country. Brands came calling, they all wanted a piece of this wave. His management was faced with riding the influencer wave and getting all possible bags at least for the 1 year he has till the next edition of the show, or tone down the reality star and push the music star. They even had him start a solo reality TV show before he dropped an album, an artist that went into the show to promote his EP. They chose the easy route and paid dearly for it. By the time they were ready for music, the attention have dwindled by more than half. The BBN stans have started having new favs. They really don't care much about Laycon as they did, and the music fan remained as critical as ever. They started trying to build a reality star that is a music superstar. Adequate industry relationships and structure would have made the drops of the music gain some traction, but the management team lacked this, and they couldn't just let the boy be handled by a more experienced hand in the industry to help navigate this delicate space. He would go on to release his debut album on the 30th of April, 2021, titles Shall We Begin? A 12-track album which had some of the biggest names featured, Mayorkan, Tenny, YKB amongst others. On his debut he failed to put a stamp on his identity, and the arrangement of the album left people confused at the direction of the album. The album was much anticipated, and that could have been a perfect time to solidify his space in music and build from there. But the project lacked identity, and the production quality was way below par. Even though he had a lot of industry support and got some really good features, the album failed to crack it. This turned quite a number of people's attention away from his music, with many just categorizing him as just another reality TV star. He headlined his first show at the Eco Convention Center, a sold-out show, in December 2021. These days there is rarely anything happening from him or barely a hit track dropping from him anymore. From headlining a sold-out show, everything went downhill from there, and the light that once shined so bright can hardly be seen. Something was wrong, or perhaps some things went wrong. He has since released 2 projects, I Am Laycon in 2022 and Bayoba in 2023, both of which failed to reintroduce him to the old wave he once had. Talents never die. What a person does with the talent is what determines if it will blossom or not. Laycon is insanely talented. We have seen it in the Big Brother house on his first EP, the features and everything. It is impossible for that much talent to no longer exist. His musical career has faced challenges that have so far hindered his shine. So what happens now? What happens next? Is there a comeback possible? Are we ever going to see the light shine again? I guess we all just have to wait and find out.